the freshmen, what is unique about going up to Wisconsin and facing a team in that venue? What would you say?
Really just that, they play a style of basketball where they really don't beat themselves. They don't really make a lot of mistakes. They're very sound defensively and offensively, and we got to play pretty much a perfect game to win.
You guys are in the opposite position last year. Last year you were the team that was 16-0 and then lost one, and then now they're in that situation. Do you have an idea what their mindset is trying to come back after losing after wins?
Obviously they're going to be motivated because it's their first loss of the season, but I don't think it really changes any of the team's mindsets too much. We're both going to try to go out there and play our hardest to win.
Any memories of last year? Do you think about that often?
Yeah, because, especially just because we were one win away from the Big Ten championships, that one obviously, it hurts a lot just knowing that we gave up that last second shot that could have, sealed the game for us. So, for the guys who were returning, that definitely leaves a bad taste in their mouth.
Joe?
I think you in particular were I forget what the numbers were, it was like 3 for 14 or something in 2 games combined against them. Were those just off nights, or were they doing something specifically that you can recall defensively on you?
From what I remember, they just did a really good job of guarding ball screens, and when I'd come off ball screens last year, I remember that they would kind of just sag back and make me shoot that in-between jumper that's a lot tougher than just a wide-open three. And they also did a good job of just denying me the ball and not letting me get open threes like I did last year. So that's just something I'm going to have to work on this year.
Jenny?
One thing that Coach was mentioning just now was that with Wisconsin, you have to be really careful to value every possession because of the way that they play. I know that you guys always emphasize how you can make yourselves better, free throw shooting or getting 50-50 balls. Has there been more of an emphasis on that given that you're playing Wisconsin?
Not necessarily. In practice, we've just really been working on the kind of opportunities and the plays that are going to be available against Wisconsin. We're not really focusing. We always, like you said, we always focus on valuing possessions, 50-50 balls, and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, our practice has been pretty normal.
Kind of going off what Brendan said a little bit, how much more prepared do you think you are for teams that are going to scout you and focus on you this year based on your work in the off season and how they're going to play differently in different games, different things like that?
I feel like I'm very prepared because, I feel like there's very little that teams can do to, completely eliminate everything from my game. Obviously, last year, if teams denied me the ball and they let me get catch and shoot threes, I was, pretty much took away a lot of my offense. And this year, I feel like even if they do that, I can still find ways to help the team win, whether that's, getting to the basket, scoring, or finding teammates or rebounding, wherever it is. I feel like I can still contribute.
With some of the lost opportunities in non-conference play against some of the higher-ranked teams and the 4-0 start coming against teams that aren't ranked in the Big Ten, you guys kind of feel like you have maybe something to prove, especially in this game, and kind of show that maybe you're in a different echelon that people consider?
Yeah, this is a big game for us, and we haven't played a ranked team since Arizona, I think, and the fact that we have this opportunity tomorrow, it's going to be a game to prove ourselves and show people that we belong in that kind of category.
Rod?
Mitch has been out, obviously, but talk about how Jordan and John have filled that void and been very, very active in the same positions earlier in the season. They had smaller minutes, so they didn't produce as much, but they've really flourished in this role in taking on more minutes and taking on more responsibility.
Both of them, they treated this opportunity like pros. In the beginning of the season when they weren't getting as many minutes as they had before, they didn't sulk about it. They just kept working, and now that their opportunity is here, they're ready for it. And I've said this for a while. Jordan was a starting big man on a Big Ten championship team, so we know, he's been there, he's done that, he's capable of playing at a very high level. So I think both of them have done a really good job of stepping up for us.
You seem to be developing a particular back and forth with him and being able to work the two-man game. Does that get extra time between the two of you away from practice, or is it just something that has developed within the offense?
That's just something that's developed within the offense. Coach has put me in a lot of ball screens as of late, and just with the way teams are guarding me on ball screens, if they don't let me get all the way to the basket, our big's probably going to be open, at the rim. And our coaches have helped me do a really good job of just reading the ball screens and reading the different options I have. And just over the course of the last couple of games, those opportunities have presented itself where they're always wide open at the rim, and they've done a good job of finishing.